Hi, my name is Sarah Perrette, and I'll be talking to you guys today about Crohn's disease. One of your classmates has been recently diagnosed with this, and I wanted to educate you guys more on what this means. So, what is Crohn's disease? Has anyone heard of it? Crohn's disease, any idea what you think it might be about? Well, Crohn's disease is a long-term inflammation of the intestines, which is below your stomach, and they help you digest food. Has anyone heard of intestines or know anything about them, know what they do? They kind of look like pink squiggles or lines, as you can see in the picture. In the picture on the left, that's the picture of a normal intestine, and on the right, that's a picture of one that's inflamed. You can see the red parts that are inflamed. Do you guys see the difference? Yeah, okay. So the inflammation is caused by your immune system, which is the thing that keeps you healthy. And in your body, you have good and bad bacteria. Your immune system fights off the bad bacteria. And when someone has Crohn's disease, it means the immune system thought the good bacteria was actually bad bacteria, and it killed it off. So as you can see on the left, it says tummy buddy, which is the good bacteria, and tummy baddie, which is the bad bacteria. So your immune system usually fights off the bad bacteria, which is on the right. But when you have Crohn's disease, your immune system just fights off like all of the bacteria. So it fights off the good and the bad. And this upsets your stomach and can cause a loss of appetite, so it means you're not really hungry. You can lose weight, and you can get an upset stomach and a fever and really bad stomach aches too. Like you have a lot of abdominal pain, which is like around your stomach intestine area. So does anyone know how someone would get Crohn's disease or have any idea? So anyone can have Crohn's disease at any point of their life, but most of the time it's genetically passed down from your parents. Does anyone know what genetics are or what a genetically means? Genetic or genetically means that your parents carry a gene or a contributor that affects if you will get it. So like in the picture on the right, it says that your mom has one part and your dad has another part, and that it was what makes up your genes. And so one of those X's could be a carrier of Crohn's disease, and that means that you have a possibility of receiving it. Another thing that can increase your chances of getting Crohn's disease is stress and diet. So how many of you have ever gotten stressed about homework or like sports or video games or gotten upset about any of those things? So whenever you get upset about those things, that causes stress and can cause irritation to your stomach, which can make your stomach hurt. And another thing that you need to think about is eating healthy. So eating healthy is a big contributor to if your intestines and your digestive system work properly. If you don't eat healthy, it makes it harder for your stomach to digest it. It's important that you're eating fruits and vegetables so you grow strong and healthy. So what happens if you have Crohn's disease? Once you're diagnosed, you may be hospitalized, and based on the severity. Your classmate was hospitalized so the doctor could keep an eye on them and their health. And in the picture, this is what their hospital room may have looked like. Sometimes the children have a private room, like in the picture, and sometimes they may have 2 beds in the room, and there's the possibility that your classmate could have shared a room with a patient. Sometimes patients do share rooms, but it's okay because they turn into really good friends. And while you're in the hospital, your classmate was still able to participate in normal activities like board games, coloring, video games, like we have Wii, Xbox, PS3, movies, and more. The activities were offered by what's called a child life specialist, and their job is to make sure that your classmate is comfortable and that their needs are being met and that they feel comfortable in their room. Also, your classmate received meals every day provided by the hospital, and family was with them at all times in the room. The picture on the right is an example of a playroom. Every children's hospital has a playroom for kids to get up and move around and play in. There are activities and games for all ages in the playrooms. So what do you guys think you would do if you were in the hospital and you were in a playroom? What activities could you do? Or what would you like to do? Also, while in the hospital, it's important for your doctor to understand your classmates' needs, and some tests may be run to look at their stomach and intestine more. These tests will cause no or to little pain. The blood test is the only one that may cause a little pain. It's kind of like a little pinch whenever they draw the blood. Another test that they may run is called an endoscopy, and this is where the doctor goes in and looks at your stomach through your throat, but you're asleep during this so you don't feel anything. And another test is called a colonoscopy, which also helps the doctor look at your stomach and intestines closer with a scope, and you're asleep during both of these procedures and don't feel any of them. Another test run is an x-ray, which, as you can see in the picture, these are harmless. I'm sure many of you have gotten x-rays before. Raise your hand if you've gotten an x-ray before. What was your x-ray of? And did it hurt? How do you fix Crohn's? Medication is the main tool used to fix Crohn's disease. Have any of you ever taken medicine before? There are different types of medicine that are used depending on the patient's needs. Your classmate may be taking a medicine called a steroid. This makes their immune system stop attacking the good bacteria so it can build up and help them be healthy. But you may notice that the steroid causes your classmate's face and body to become a little puffy for a period of time. This means the medicine is working. It's important for you to remember that your classmate may look different on the outside, but they are still your friend. They'll need encouragement and support from all of you in order to heal. Another important factor in treatment is your diet. So when you have Crohn's, you have to really watch your diet because that's the main thing that irritates your stomach. So some foods that can cause irritation are like dairy products or heavy meats and citruses. So your classmate will have to change their diet in order to make their stomach feel better. Have you all ever eaten anything that's made your stomach hurt after? What makes your stomach hurt? That's what your classmate feels like every time they eat one of these foods. In order to decrease the inflammation in your stomach, your classmate will have to go on a specific diet for their stomach and digestive system. They may bring their lunch every day or have specific lunch they receive at school every day. These are the foods they should avoid. So you see the picture on the right? Those are the foods that you should avoid if you have Crohn's disease. Can someone name some of those pictures or what they look like? So you have like cream and pastry and like heavy milk. You have citrus fruits like an orange. You have meat, heavy meat, tea and coffee, strawberries, spicy food. Some future treatment options may include a surgery, but this is just the last resort if the diet and stress aren't fixing it. But don't worry, the surgery is minor and will really help your classmate to improve, and it'll make digestion easier and decrease the possibility of inflammation. So our main goal is to just help your classmate feel comfortable with their diagnosis and feel supported by you all. And your classmate just really needs you to support them during this recovery process. It's important that you understand what they're going through and why. They're still your friend no matter what they look like or what they're taking or what they're eating. Has your teacher ever told you the golden rule? The golden rule is treat others the way you want to be treated. If you were in their position, how would you want to be treated? These last few minutes I'll take questions from you guys in case I didn't explain anything or in enough detail, or if you just have general questions about Crohn's disease. And after this, we're going to do 2 activities to help you guys understand Crohn's more and what it's like and what you have to deal with.